Welcome back to Washington Watch. Good to have you with us on this Monday afternoon. Website, TonyPerkins.com. If you would like to partner with us as we come toward the end of our fiscal year, this program is made available because of folks like you across this country who partner with us. If you'd like to partner with us, give us a call. Got some team members standing by to take your call for your financial pledge. 800-225-4008. That's 800-225-4008. Or you can go to TonyPerkins.com. Members of a local community in Portsmouth, Ohio, are raising concerns over an LGBTQ pride display in the children's section of a public library. Like many of the pride displays that have popped up across the nation, the display at the Portsmouth Public Library's main branch includes books that are, frankly, not age appropriate. I don't think they're appropriate, period. And they push a radical LGBTQ ideology on children as young as 2. Well, those concerns will be voiced during tomorrow's monthly open to the public meeting of the library's Board of Trustees. Joining me now to talk about this is Pastor Bryan Davis, who serves as actually a commissioner for Scioto County, where Portsmouth is located. Pastor Bryan, welcome to Washington Watch.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you having me on today to discuss what's going on in Portsmouth.
Tell us a little bit about it. You've seen these books. What kind of material are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about obvious grooming. There's no doubt that there's an attempt to indoctrinate the youngest of our children in our community. Of course, this is happening all across the United States. We're hearing about this not only in our public libraries, but also our libraries in our schools and elsewhere. And it was very unfortunate when this was brought to my attention a week ago, today, a matter of fact, a week ago today, that these books had appeared in our local library. And these books have very graphic images in them. They talk about very sexually explicit things that really children, the ages that are being recommended for these books, have no business knowing about. As your viewers are seeing there, these are things that of course, to discuss with young children, impressionable children, are not something that our community wants. It's not something that we've been asked about or been told to do. And this is a public library supported by a levy that has been voted on by the voters of this county. And as a county commissioner, but not just as a county commissioner, but more importantly, as a pastor, a father, and a grandfather, I can tell you that these are things that I don't want my grandchildren indoctrinated on. I want to be able to do that in my home, my own home, and my children's homes.
Right. I mean, you need to be able to teach your kids as you want to, not having them indoctrinated at these young ages. One of the books, the title of it is A First Conversation About Gender. It's listed by the publisher as being appropriate for children ages 2 to 5 years old. The book includes a discussion of gender theory, gender pronouns, genitalia, feminism, and restroom equality. The book states that, quote, some people are girls, some people are boys, some people are neither, some people are both. It also states it's okay to wonder, am I a girl, am I a boy, am I both, am I neither? I mean, this is poisoning the minds of the youngest children who shouldn't even be thinking about these things. They should be thinking about tying their shoes and learning their ABCs.
Yeah, Tony, and that's so true. And unfortunately, there is a segment of our population out there that believes that by indoctrinating these children, these impressionable young minds at a very, very young age, that they feel like that's okay, and that they feel like that they should be the ones to do that. And I think it's their way of driving toward acceptance. I think it's something that they feel they need to do in order to have more numbers, and that they think that if they can reach these young children young enough, that they can literally direct them in the direction that they want them to go, and not necessarily the one direction that God wants them to have, and for them to be able to fulfill God's will in their life fully. And really, we are dealing with a spiritual battle here, very much so. And that there are individuals that are fighting to get this indoctrination done. This what you're seeing, it's grooming at its fullest. at a very young age, and they're arguing that they're helping them find themselves. Well, I can tell you at 2 years old, no child really knows themselves really well. Okay, so like you said, these children need to be given the opportunity to grow, and they need to be given the opportunity to live their lives, their young lives, and not to be confused, not to have this confusion introduced into their lives at such a young age. And unfortunately, there are people out there that think that this is okay.
Right. So very quickly, we're almost out of time, Pastor Bryan, but tomorrow, do you expect a good turnout at this board meeting? And what are you hearing from your constituents and from those in your church?
I can tell you, it has been overwhelming. The citizens of this county are very upset about this. They are shocked, they are appalled, they are surprised, and they really cannot believe this has happened here. We are a rural community, and unfortunately, there's a very small segment of individuals that are driving this, mostly employees within the library system. The board itself, the ones I've talked to, said they had no idea this was going on, but I will say that this began during the COVID crisis, during the time when really no one was there to see and be held accountable. And this has been happening now. This is the third year, and it's just now been caught. So it's very much a very sneaky proposition that they brought forward. But I will tell you, there's going to be a lot of people there. There will be people from both sides of the equation. There will be people arguing both ways. But I will tell you, it comes down to really morals, and also what does our community want. Our community is very faith-based, and there's a lot of people that are questioning this. And again, the library system is financially supported by the people of this community, and the people of this community are going to have to pay.
We're going to have to leave it there, but we will track it and we'll report on it tomorrow. Folks, stick with